Hey guys, do you grow tomato plants, but you want more? Do you sucker? Do you prune? We can talk about pruning later if you want, but let me show you something. Okay, these are indeterminate plants, so if the conditions are right, they will just keep growing and growing and growing. Now, some people let them go, some people prune or sucker. In other words, what happens is the way the tomato plant comes, it grows, and then it has branches, it has solar panels, and then it also fruits, it puts out the flowers. But here in this crotch, this right here, this will totally do what this whole main stem is doing. It just branches off, branches off, branches off, and will create more and more and more. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll, what we call prune or sucker, and take this off so that the power is directed to the main stem. Or sometimes we'll run two or three. A lot of times we like to run two main stems, and just keep it all there so it's bigger, better tomatoes. So even if you have one tomato plant, you could make a lot of tomato plants off of other tomato plants. So what you do is you take that sucker, I'm just getting my snippers here. Okay, here it is, right? Just gonna take that off right at the crotch. Boom. Okay, so now power isn't gonna be directed up into that as well and dispersed. It's gonna be concentrated into this line. So, but this little baby here, take this, stick it in, say, a bottle of water. Okay, be mindful of temperature. Don't make it too hot. Make sure it's cool and it gets a little bit of sun. Baby it for the first few days at least. Stick it in water, or I've tried it, you could stick it in soil. Let me show you. Typically we'll stick them in a bottle of water first, but just because I like to see what will happen is the roots will grow. But these, I literally just snipped off like weeks ago, and they look bad. I just laid them in the ground, and they were laying flopsy on the ground for a long time, and then the roots were taking control underneath, and then all of a sudden, boom, she's starting to pop out. Now look at how small it is, but look at, I already have fruit and flowers starting. Okay, that's because it's the same age as the mama plant, so she's ready. She's gonna start putting out. So this in water, it'll start putting out roots. I'll show you pictures and videos of a progression of some.
Did someone fish out the blackfish yet?
And they grow. You let this go a week and all of a sudden you'll have more of these. I mean, it's incredible. So you can grow. Nature is your best investment. It'll give you back so much more for your investment than you even thought possible. Let me show you what we did with some of them. People get impatient. Sometimes people want instant gratification, instant access. And you know, those big ones that I tried, got deer fly here. Those big ones that I tried, I just put right in the ground. Two different ways. I put it in a bottle of water, you wait, it grows roots, you put it in the ground, and you still baby it. Or it does work if it's in decent ground. Dig a hole, put it in the ground, keep her moist, keep her cool. You know, don't give up even after like 2 weeks. And look it, I've got flowers already. But let me show you what we did with some of the extras. So like off of my first time, my first pruning, my first suckering of those tomato plants, I think I recreated another 16 plants at least. Check this out. We put down some more tarp. Look at these. These 2 rows of tomatoes right here that I'm showing you. These were all suckers. Suckers. They're short and squatty. They're getting their bearings. But look at tomato plants. Tomato plants. Oh, look it. Watch this. What did we learn? That right there's a sucker. Do I want it or do I not want it? I think I might leave it for this one. For now, at least. See, the cool thing is, I could take that off, make a whole nother tomato plant. I've heard on an average tomato will put out one tomato, hanging around 250 seeds. I don't know what tomato that is, if it's just an average. But that's what I mean. Nature is your best investment. Think of all the plants you could make with that. Think of all the suckers that you could pull off and keep going and making plants with that. Man, it just reproduces. Fruitful. Prosperous. Yeah, but Adam, what am I gonna do with all of those tomatoes? Well, first of all, that's a good problem to have. Knowing that you can actually create and produce that many tomatoes. Second of all, store them, give them away to neighbors, give them away to friends, to family, sell them, save seed for next year, dehydrate them, can them, freeze dry them, whatever. Shoot, if you freeze dry, dehydration and freeze drying, that'll preserve that stuff for decades, typically. I don't know the exact number on dehydration, but if you freeze dry and store correctly, I mean, you're talking 25, 30 years. Get it while it's hot. Grandpa always said, you gotta make hay while the sun shines. In other words, you can't wait. Nature won't wait for you. You have to understand what's around you and understand their cycle. Understand what it likes, what it doesn't like. You know, hey, why is it turning yellow? Hey, why is it limp? It doesn't mean it's dead. Every day when the sun is hot, these cucumbers, they're coming along. Let me show you. These cucumber leaves, they droop and sag like crazy. And you think, oh my gosh. Nah, it's designed. They do that. And then when the shade comes, all of a sudden, boink, they pop right back out. They flare right back out. So, if you're interested, learn about something. Take one plant. Learn about it. Because the way that it cycles and the way that it grows, it is incredible. You might learn something about yourself, too. There's a lot to learn. And it's really cool when you learn it. It wants to grow, it wants to produce, it wants to multiply. Nature's your best investment, guys. Can't say that about your stock market.